one of those, knowing that he's going to get asked about Diggs, which he says is 1,000% non-story, just to do all that. He doesn't have to do that. That's not required by the league, the union, or quite frankly, the team. We ask, we put in an interview request, and he accepts it.
See, that's where I think you might be a little off there, and I'm going to tell you why. Jerry Jones requires it.
Well,
he is the most media-friendly owner of any professional sports team that I've ever seen. And he continues that. And I think as long as Jerry Jones is the owner of this team, as long as he's on this side of the dirt, as you like to say, it's going to be that way. He's going even the biggest names. And I think it's expected. It's expected if you play for a Jerry Jones football team.
To a degree, but I don't know that he would have had to do all the radio interviews. He could have just done the podium and moved on. He was made available. If he really didn't like to do it or wanted to avoid, like today, if he wanted to avoid, are you kidding? I'm going to have to get asked about Trayvon Diggs and trash talking now, and knowing that question is coming. He doesn't have to. And when you talk about what the Cowboys make him do, Diggs did not have a good game against San Francisco. We were talking about this last night at steak night. Diggs didn't talk at all, although, during mini camps or OTAs, right? I don't remember any interviews with him. I don't know that he's been asked to explain his poor game against San Francisco. And that was a discussion that we were having with some Dallas media types at the Beach House last night.
Well, and Diggs did interviews today. But
it was about defending. I'm good with Dak Prescott.
I think it is an unwritten expectation here, and the PR guys that follow Joe Trahan and the rest of the PR guys that are here, they work really hard to get us the people we ask for.
Yep.
I think there is an expectation if you're a football player here, and people ask for you to because this is how the fans get it, and that's why it drives me insane with the team we have in our city,
the Spurs.
Yes. It drives me insane. How else do you get that message out? How else do you get to know these players? It's the media that does that. And to avoid the media, to me, is just dead wrong. What happened?
Never mind.
Dude, what happened?
I just glanced over at the camera, and James Pledger has changed clothes and is now wearing a sleeveless hoodie in the studio. I don't know when that changed. It just kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
That's great. On a great rant. Thanks, Pledge.
Squirrel. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. We did have steak night last night at the Beach House. And I tell you what, after last night, I appreciate my friends over at Tri-County Meat Market so much more. Rob Thompson went to the grocery store here yesterday about 3, 4 o'clock, whatever time it was. And the meat counter was already closed for the day. You had to take what was already cut and available. They weren't bad steaks, but they certainly aren't what I'm used to getting from Tri-County Meat Market. When you want the best in steaks, you get over there to Tri-County Meat Market. They're 2 great locations, now featuring MTX beef, which is beef raised, fed, and harvested from a family-owned and operated ranch in the Texas Hill Country up there in Mason, Texas. If you're thinking about a nice bone-in ribeye, a filet mignon, a porterhouse, tomahawk, get into Tri-County Meat Market so you can have a great steak night. Maybe you're thinking chicken, pork, the fajitas, the poppers. They've got everything you need with the quality you expect, and you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for 25. Tri-County Meat Market offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heavener, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, we listen to what Dak Prescott had to tell the Blitz. Also, we recap what we saw at practice from Thursday, and we wrap up our trip to Oxnard.
Last day on the tennis court, Dak Prescott. We'll see if we can wipe that lipstick that Jason Minnick's left off of Dak's cheek. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Don't miss the final days of end-of-season deals during the truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, save on major appliances and get an additional 10% off in-store clearance appliances. Plus, take up to 25% off select storage totes like the Project Source Commander tote. Just $11.98 was $15.98. Find big savings now. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/9. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, on low Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep a smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas line.
Jen, gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Get ready, MMA fight fans. Coming live Friday, August 4th to the Boeing Center at Techport. It's the Professional Fighters League. The PFL playoffs are here. Bubba Badman Jenkins battles the hard-hitting Jesus Pinedo in the main event. The loser goes home. The winner moves on to fight for $1 million. Tickets at PFLMMA.com. Be there August 4th, the Boeing Center at Techport. The PFL playoffs are here.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
For over 17 years, the award-winning legal team at George Salinas Injury Lawyers has been representing personal injury victims all across Texas. Have you been injured in an accident? George Salinas is ready to represent you with free consultations, 24/7 availability, and no attorney fees unless we win. George Salinas Injury Lawyers will help you get the results you need so you can focus on recovery. If you've been injured, one call could change your entire case. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers, 210-225-0909, or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets justice.
The Jim Rome Show returns to the Military City.
Hey, listen, I get it. That is not an easy game. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on there.
The Jim Rome Show debuts Monday, August 14th at 12 noon on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. In Oxnard, California, are AA Best Bail Bonds. Dallas Cowboys at training camp coverage.
Been a fun week.
It's been a great week.
It really has been. A lot of big name guests right here on the Blitz and R&R in the morning. It's been fantastic. So
you come to Dallas Cowboys training camp and get the guests that we have gotten this week, which is why we come.
Yeah.
You're hearing from the people the fans want to hear from.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about.
That's exactly what it's all about. From Mike McCarthy to Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones, Dak Prescott. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And I'll be honest with you, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I didn't get that kind of access in the TV world. Radio is an avenue that it's easier for them to do. Number one, right? I mean, because they can come in here and sit down. It's not a big,
They sit down and talk. It doesn't matter where. It's in radio. They know that we're going 10, 12 minutes.
Right.
In television, it's 1-2 questions and go.
Yep. Is always available to the TV stations one time, and then you'd have to get him out on the field when you couldn't really get in there and ask any questions. But guys like Dak Prescott would never sit down with TV stations one-on-one. Not to my knowledge. Maybe they do the Dallas stations, but they didn't do the San Antonio ones. So it's a different deal, and I really appreciate it. And it's nice to be able to get up close and ask these guys the questions that you want to know.
Well, and you get to know them a little bit.
Yeah.
Even walking around facilities, you see them, they acknowledge you, you spend a lot. And now, we know what his breakfast taco order is. And after Wemby, we understand the importance of breakfast tacos worldwide and what people like on their breakfast tacos. And so we've got the breakfast taco order for Dak Prescott that after wins the following week, when Mike McCarthy is on with Rob and Rudy on R&R in the morning, we, and Rob Thompson, by the way, does that out of his own pocket.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't get reimbursed for that. That was something that we started when Mike McCarthy started making us wake up at 7:00 in the morning for breakfast with the Blitz back in the days. Jason Garrett used to do it in the afternoon.
Right.
Mike McCarthy, we used to have Jason Garrett on Mondays at 4:30. And Mike McCarthy is like, I don't want to talk to you boys on Monday because, I'd rather talk to you about the upcoming game than whatever the hell happened on Sunday. And let's do it at 7 a.m. because, he thinks everybody should be up and at work at that point.
Well, and Rob and Rudy are, fortunately for us. And so it works out great.
I think that's actually why we started a morning show.
Just to have McCarthy on?
Well, no, because, yes, but we had to hire Rudy because I could only it's in my contract. I only have to wake up like that once a week, 18 times a year. And that was a 1-year waiver. I can't do that. Unless I'm catching a flight, I can't get up that early.
Well, I tell you what, I'm geeked up about football season. Tonight we've got it on right here on San Antonio Sports Star, the Hall of Fame game. Cowboys getting ready. I mean, it's football season. Everybody's in their prep time, and I can't wait.
Well, and you look at it. Colleges have started. I mean, we're out here in Oxnard, but following along with UTSA starting their camp, UIW starting their camp, and like UIW starting their camp. You go, oh yeah, Zach Calzada, the former Aggie that beat Alabama, is now playing quarterback for the Cardinals in San Antonio.
How about that?
I mean, and I remember when he transferred, but then you kind of forget. That's Well, and I've seen April Lancira tweeted something about this the other day, and I believe it was kind of an offshoot of something that Mike Finger has been tweeting. Why in the hell do we call it fall camp when it's in August and triple-digit temperatures?
Because you think football, you think fall. I mean, you just do. That's when it happens, and you think fall. So it just kind of has stuck with all of that. But really, football, especially for the NFL, is a full-time job now. I mean, it's not just a fall and winter deal anymore. It's a year-round thing, and people pay attention to it year-round, and it's just become a monster. And again, I mean, the NFL is one, and it ain't even close.
It ain't even close. There's nothing fall about what we're dealing with. Although
here it is.
It was like winter. I mean, literally, it was 59 degrees. The marine layer. I couldn't see the ocean off the balcony today. Walked outside for a few minutes, and I wondered if it was going to snow. It was brutal. And again, to give you an idea of the temperature changes here, look at what Rob and Rudy wear to work every day.
Yeah.
And look at what Joe and I wear to work every day. And we're sitting in the same tent,
spots. Yeah.
Same chairs. Everything is the same, except for it's 25 degrees warmer when we come to work. I mean, Tim Spence, who should get a lot more credit this week. What, Tim? Well, he gets a lot of crap, and that's all well earned and certainly deserved. But that guy has been the trooper this week of getting up early.
Yep.
To make sure when Rob and Rudy have guests, he's here. Now, he's not getting up near as early as Rob and Rudy. Their alarms go off at 2:45. Actually, maybe earlier. I think they leave the house around 2:45.
Nah.
Yeah.
They don't get here that early.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
Wow. Why?
They massive amounts of show prep. I don't know why. To make sure they're here. Because they get here and they have obstacles that they deal with that they don't. Well, skunks are, that's the easy part. I mean, waking up the security guard is the hard part, making sure that the gate is unlocked. Rudy is in charge of turning on the lights here on the tennis courts. That has become his job
huh?
over the last couple of years. Because you got the guys from the Ticket in Dallas and 105.3 The Fan, but they've decided Rudy is the guy that turns on the lights here. And then you've got to plug in a coffee pot and make sure that doesn't short out all the power along Radio Row. So they have to get here early enough because they've run into it. They can't find anybody that will let them in and open the gate. And one of the two is not capable of climbing a fence at this point in their life.
I don't think either one of them are.
Hey, Rudy
has to climb a fence.
Rudy couldn't have done it last year. This year he could.
He's got to climb a fence to turn on the lights.
Well, no, but if nobody's here to let him in, you got to get to work. And Rob's got to have 4 Pop-Tarts. I mean, there's a lot of pregame rituals that go in no matter where you are on planet Earth.
I don't feel sorry for those guys. That's the life they've chosen.
Well,
Jason.
It is. And look, they come home this morning, steak and eggs were ready for them.
Right.
I mean, breakfast was made.
Although I will say, it was nice of you to do that, but you really only made enough for 1.5, 2 maybe.
I cracked 10 eggs.
I'm just saying.
I cracked 10 eggs.
There weren't,
and they weren't here yet. My plan was, when they got back, because it's not hard to scramble eggs, I was going to make them their own.
Rudy had to do it himself.
Well, Rudy saw, hey man, they ain't enough for everybody, and just went to cooking.
Poor Rudy.
I thought I was making a lot of food until I watched you guys hit the buffet line.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And then old Tim Spence. Tim Spence. Do we have time? Sure, we have time. Tim Spence did something this morning. I wasn't going to say anything, but you just brought up breakfast, so now I am. You know, you were mad at him the other day because he reached his hand into the box of cereal.
Mad's not the right word.
You haven't eaten cereal since.
I haven't.
I'm wondering if Rudy saw what I saw, which is why he started making new eggs.
Uh-oh.
Because Tim took a fork, got some eggs, took a bite, and then went in for a second bite. And then all of a sudden, Rudy is making more eggs. And the eggs that I had made,
he gave to Rob. He said, Rob, you can have these. I'm going to make some
Rudy
more.
Did that.
Yes, he did.
Rudy did that. That's exactly what Rudy did.
Uh-oh.
We're late for a break, but Tim Spence is saying, give me a damn microphone.
Okay, so here's the deal. A clean fork cut the eggs away from the main pile, and I ate those. And then I took the fork, and then I went to the pan and used the pan to scrape in the rest for my breakfast. So I did not double dip with the fork.
So that fork,
and by the way,
hold on. The fork hit the plate with eggs to your mouth and then back on that plate again. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. That's double dipping by definition.
And by the way, Captain Crunch was great.
I'm sure it was.
I
hope you're enjoying that.
He wanted that box to himself.
Live from the Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is day 4 in pads here at Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California. But the big news is in San Antonio today. The Spurs have made it official. The AT&T Center will now be called the Frost Bank Center. We had baseball this afternoon. The Texas Rangers complete the sweep. They beat the White Sox today 5-3. The Astros, they want to keep pace. They open up a series tonight against the New York Yankees.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Joe, while you were doing your update,
yeah,
Tim said, I was wondering if anybody saw me do that.
Well, it was lucky I walked around the corner because, like I've told, like, I don't want to see the kitchen. All right, I don't want to see it. My favorite restaurant, I don't care what's happening back there. As long as I don't see it, I'm good. I just happened to walk around the corner, and Spence had his hand in there, ate some, and I'm like, okay. Then he put his hand back in there and ate some more.
You know, and there is, well, it's not germaphobe. All right. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. When you're with, let's say, non-family, you know, you're not at your house, right? You're traveling with 6 dudes sharing a house. But there's etiquette, you know, like a bag of chips. You know, not a big bag because, you know, if you've got a little bag of chips, that's a personal size chip. No, you don't share those. That's not shareable size. But we've got some big bags of chips because we are eating extremely healthy on this trip.
Oh,
right?
Sure, yeah.
Only Rudy J. But you get a bag of chips. You want some? Do you reach in and grab some and then close it and move on? Or do you keep reaching in, or do you dump them out on a paper towel and go?
Well, proper etiquette is to dump them out, right?
On a paper towel or a plate or something.
Well, same with Captain Crunch cereal.
Well,
you got to dump that into a cup or a bowl
exactly
or something, right? I mean,
because now I wonder, like, is Tim Spence just having a glass of milk this morning just by opening the fridge like when he was 14 and drinking it and putting it back in?
You know,
because Spence would do that.
And we didn't see Spence this morning when he left.
We have no idea.
But see, if I don't see it, I'm good. I'm good with it.
See, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But it's also being considerate of everybody else, right? I mean, but
well, if I don't see it, I'm good. So
I mean, look, my alarms piss everybody off, and I know that. I apologize in advance because it takes multiple alarms to get me up.
Dude, it's not the multiple alarms. Each alarm lasts about 15 minutes.
Well, yes.
And it brings the whole house. I mean, my gosh. The first time I heard that was in Phoenix at the Super Bowl, and I'm going, did Jason die? I mean, I didn't know. I was going to go in there and check to see if you were still breathing.
To a degree, yes. I'm dead to the world at that point.
Dude, no kidding. You must be the heaviest sleeper I've ever seen. That alarm is loud as hell with your door closed.
I change, well, they're thin walls. I change my alarms, the sound of them, about every 30 days because you get used to it and you sleep right through it. And I also have legitimately 5 alarms set every day. And you guys were laughing at me today. We were at breakfast and my 8:32 alarm went off.
Yeah.
This is daily for me.
Well,
now I don't know why I really set one at 6:04. I have never heard that alarm. The first one I
heard it.
The first one I hear is at 7, and I think I wake up just fine.
I heard the 60 whatever it was alarm, 6:04.
Yeah, well, that's because you like to wake up early. I am doing you a favor,
dude. I was awake already.
See, I'm doing you a favor.
I was awake, just chilling. It's funny how the time changed, right? I mean, I wake up like I would normally wake up back in San Antonio.
And go back to bed.
No, actually, I didn't. I laid.
You
there
woke up and didn't pee.
The wife called, and the
wife called you at 5 a.m.
I went to pee. Dude, it's 7 o'clock there in San Antonio. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your wife's calling you at 5 a.m.
5:45.
5:45. Your wife called you.
7:45 back in San Antonio.
And she thought you were awake.
Sure.
I'd have words with my wife if she called me that early, unless I asked her, hey, I got to get up early. Will you, and along with my 15 alarms, will you also call me to make sure I'm up? Which she does very often.
I was very happy to talk with the wife this morning.
You're always happy to talk.
Of course I am.
We're always happy to talk with our wife. But at 5:45?
Yeah.
If
Here in Cali.
If you were already up, why didn't you call her?
Well, I could have.
But you didn't.
Doesn't matter.
Because it's 5:45 in the morning.
And I was wide awake. I've tried to tell Spence that. He called me a liar.
Barely wide awake at breakfast at 7.
Dude, I'd already been awake.
8.
Yeah,
what
for
time
2
did I
hours.
wake up?
Dude, I have no idea what time you woke up. I just your alarms are like, I still hear them.
Well,
and you were worried about a fire alarm chirp.
Well, yeah.
How in the hell does that bother you?
Well, it doesn't bother me once I go to sleep, but it bothers me while I'm trying to get to sleep because it's interrupting my TV watching.
Uh-huh.
I mean, nothing like listening to Stan Verrett and Linda Cohn tell me about the Astros game from the fire alarm. The guy finally changed the first couple of days.
I didn't bother me at all. Did it bother you, Spence? Yeah, see, it didn't bother anybody but you.
Well, because it was in the master bedroom. It was in there. Well, actually, my master bedroom has a secret room that I didn't know about.
Really?
Yes.
Can you go in it?
No, they have the door locked. But when the guy was there to fix it and he unlocks the door, you go in, there's like this whole office in there, another bed. So like, I guess the owner, when he's living in that house, that's where he stays. So if you look at the front of the house, I've got the balcony on the 3rd floor, and then there are those windows that are next to it. Those windows aren't a part of the room that I'm staying in, but they're through that door. I thought it was a closet.
Dude, it's a $3 million house.
Well, it's more than that because the one down the street that's not on the beach is for sale for 3.2. So this one has to be worth more. And the one on the street, because we're looking at it, hoping that our big boss will buy it, so we'll have it available every year.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, probably isn't going to work out.
No.
But, I mean, due diligence. I mean, you never know until you put a P&L together, right, for the boss. He's big on those. So, you go down a block, and that house was for sale, so we checked it out on Zillow. $3.2 million, and it's half the size of the one we're staying in. And the one we're staying in, I don't know the square footage, but there's like a whole nother bedroom in the master bedroom. And and there's other doors that are locked in there. Maybe they're not all closets. They might be.
They might be secret rooms.
They might be secret rooms.
Well, I know there are.
Tim is sleeping in the panic room. You go down there. He's in the panic room.
I have best room in the house, maybe besides yours, is Rudy's.
Rudy's not really in a room.
No, he's in like a den.
Yeah, but he's got a bathroom.
Yep,
he's got a washer and dryer, and he's on a pull-out couch. He wasn't worried about comfort. He's got a table in there. He's got all kinds of stuff.
He's got a TV in there.
Indoors.
Yeah.
It's private. But, and I don't know how this always happens to Rudy J, but he always seems to pick the room that has the most convenient bathroom for everybody to use.
It's the only room on the 2nd floor.
It's the only bathroom on the 2nd floor. So the 1st floor is where, there's a game room down there with air hockey and foosball and Rob's room and Tim's room.
Yeah.
And a couple of bathrooms. Or are you guys sharing a bathroom?
They're sharing.
They're the only ones that are sharing a bathroom. But they also didn't want to have to walk upstairs. But the 2nd floor is like the living area, the kitchen, and where Rudy is staying. And then the 3rd floor has the rest of the bedrooms. And every room has a bathroom to themselves except for Tim and Rob. They're sharing. But Rudy's the only one on the 2nd floor. So, early in the evening, I'll go upstairs. Tim will go downstairs. Rob will go down. Everybody goes downstairs. But 3 or 4 beers later, you're peeing in Rudy's bathroom.
Yeah.
And Rudy's good with that as long as nobody's sitting to pee, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Rudy doesn't want anybody else to do that in his bathroom.
Well, I don't have to at that time. The lights are on. Not waking anybody up.
Well, he's very concerned about your comments the other day about having to sit and pee.
He's concerned. He can come talk to me.
Because you're not that old yet to have to sit to pee.
It's not that. It has nothing to do with being old. Has nothing to do with that.
It's lazy?
No.
I'm
considerate.
You can't aim?
I don't. Here's the deal. If you go in the bathroom and turn the light on at 3 or 4 in the morning, boing, I'm wide awake. If you go in there, leave the light off, it's dark, sit down, take care of your business.
So you're getting a high five from Tim.
Right.
This must be an over 60 thing.
It has nothing to do with it. It's a considerate thing, and that's why you don't know anything about it.
Turn the light on. What's more considerate? You're married. Would your wife rather you turn on the light or sit in your pee when she walks in there and doesn't turn on the light to sit down to go to the bathroom?
Sit in my pee?
Well, because
I don't pee on the seat.
You miss.
Why lift the seat? You don't do that?
You put it back down?
Yes.
Why can't they put it back down? Why do we always get in trouble for leaving the seat up? Can't they put it down just as easily as we lift it?
I suppose they could, but I mean, it's.
But you put it down because you're sitting down to pee.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, grown-ass man sitting down to pee.
At 3 or 4 in the morning, yeah, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, what the hell? I'm a considerate dude.
You're lazy.
Well, lazy with whatever it is. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be wide awake.
In trouble before for peeing all over the wall or the seat or anything.
That is absolutely not true. That is absolutely not true.
You've never gotten in trouble for that.
Never have, because I don't do it. If I can see, I have perfect aim. If I can't see, be a water wiggle.
I don't know why lights affect your guide hand.
You guys remember a water wiggle?
I don't. I was going to leave that one alone.
No, water wiggle was the thing kids played with. You attach a hose to it, and it's like you have this clown face on it, and you throw it up in the air, and
kind of like those air things at a car lot?
Kind of, but it sprays water out. So it's a nice, refreshing summer thing for
Sounds
kids.
Like a bad 70s porn movie. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The great John McClain will check in from Houston Texans camp as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Woods Comfort Systems. Yeah, they are coming to San Antonio. In fact, they're there already, and I'm so happy about it because I've known the Woods family my entire life, or just about my entire life. I grew up with them. It's incredible, and it's so good to reconnect with them. By the way, Woods Comfort System, they've been in the AC business for some 60 years, and now they've got a great deal just for you. If you need a new air conditioner, and a lot of you do, now's a great time to get that done, because right now at Woods Comfort Systems, you can take advantage of up to $2,500 in rebates. You get a free 12-year parts and labor warranty. Plus, you're going to get a free Solaris indoor air quality package to boot. You got to take advantage of these special offers. Give them a call today, 877-324-6902. That's 877-324-6902. Give them a call. Let them come out, show you what they can do for you. They're going to take care of you. That I promise. It's Woods Comfort Systems. You can get them at woodscomfortsystems.com. And Comfort, well, that's their middle name.
The guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. Net to clients was $2.8 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
You know you have hard water. This is Chris Canepa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. And for just around $1 a day, the hard water gets softened away with a professional whole house water softener from Connecticut. Soften your water, spare your hair, and protect your clothing. It's so affordable for around $1 a day. Finally eliminate those hard water spots on your granite countertop and shower. So don't delay. Visit ConnecticutSA.com. Some people get caught in a cycle of wasting money on other softeners that continually break and leave them disappointed. With a Kinetico, you will actually invest your money into something that lasts and works again and again. It's why Dave Ramsey recommends Kinetico and why we say it's the last water softener you'll ever own. A Kinetico water softener is up to 80% more efficient than competing models, and it's the water softener in South Texas you can depend on. Call my team at 210-656-PURE or online at KineticoSA.com.
KineticoSA.com.
Energy companies raising your rates and then telling you to reduce your usage? Don't reduce, produce. At Roof Fix Solar Energy, take charge of your energy costs and keep your home as cool as you want. Sign today and we'll pay your utility bill until your solar's installed. Plus, capture a 30% tax credit and a $600 rebate. That's no money out of pocket and never pay a utility 454-2400 or visit rooffixsa.com. Roof Fix,
home of the low price guarantee. America's Diamond offers our 5-year, 60-month financing program every day of the year. You don't have to wait for a sale to get 5-year financing with credit approval, or wait for a sale to get our guaranteed America's Diamond price, because we treat everyone fairly and with respect every day of the year. For almost 40 years, we have designed and created our extraordinary diamond jewelry right here in San Antonio. When you buy at America's Diamond, your money stays in San Antonio. Our whole company is located here and locally owned. Our kids and grandkids go to school here. All 40 of our coworkers live and shop in San Antonio for everything. Through the years, America's Diamond has supported thousands of wonderful charity events in San Antonio. We're the official jeweler of the San Antonio Spurs and of the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics. See our television program about diamonds and jewelry tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or see it right now at americasdiamond.com.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipes, cigars, and more. Now with 15 area locations, including the newest location at South Cross and Highway 37. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
It's Hot Ticket Thursday. Be the ninth caller at 210-656-ESPN. And you could be on your way. The hottest tickets to the hottest events. Ninth caller wins.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix on this Hot Ticket Thursday. Caller number 9 right now, 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. You're going to win a pair of tickets to see Godsmack and Stained at the Germania Insurance Amphitheater, August 31st, up there in Austin. While we are in Oxnard, California, for Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage, the great John McClain joining us now on the Blitz on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Now, John, annually when we do this, you ask what the temperature is. It's 74. We woke up at 59, but you're whining about the heat has apparently got Mrs. McNair to give the media an air-conditioned tent? What?
Turns out they've added out there for the last 2 years, and I just don't pay any attention. I thought it was just a tent to do interviews. So the last 2 years, they've added tent for interviews. Plus, during practice, a lot of the media hang out in there. I do not go in there except to get water, bottle of water, and to do interviews. I stay outside where it's hot.
That away, John. See,
Why?
I was just going to say, boy, they're coddling you now and just taking it way too easy on you. So I'm proud of you, John.
It's training camp, as you guys can imagine. It's very exciting because D'Amico Ryan, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr. People here know they're not going to the playoffs. They know, unless they're delusional, they're not going to compete for the playoffs. But there's still a substantial amount of excitement that didn't exist for a long time, really going back to 2006 when Gary Kubiak took over. And so I think there's been 7 practices so far, and I see the Saints having all these heat issues, and I'm thinking we'll practice earlier. They go out at 10 o'clock. We go out at 9, and last 2 years, Texans went out at 8. So instead of making all those adjustments, just move it up. I used to go to Saints practice in Thibodaux in southern Louisiana where they had to spray every night for mosquitoes. And that was hot, but I don't remember fans passing out or players suffering, and mainly because the practices were really early.
Well, if you recall, John, I mean, Jason and I have been doing this long enough. Cowboys used to practice out in Wichita Falls. That was hell on earth. And then Austin was not much better. So we understand where you're coming from. I got to ask you, because somebody on our social said that C.J. Stroud had a great day today. Is that accurate?
Well, first of all, real men have training camp in Wichita Falls and Austin and Houston and New Orleans. You know, real men don't have padding camp. They don't have anything but padding camp.
Do you know, John, hang on a second, John, do you know, you talk about real men, we're battling the cold weather here. I mean, we're having to wear hoodies. I mean, you talk, I mean, it's easy to be hot, but to be able to focus when you're cold, it was 59 degrees this morning, John, 59. You talk about real men in the heat, battling the cold elements, man. That gets you ready for December and January football.
I think that's what happens to the Cowboys in the playoffs. It's a flashback. If they practiced like Jimmy Johnson did, Jimmy was in Austin. Jimmy practiced where you could get ready for the heat and humidity. Answer about C.J. Stroud, yes, he looked good. He's had some ups and downs. He's thrown some interceptions. He's thrown some great passes. All rookies, most quarterbacks throw some bad passes in training camp, but they still haven't named Stroud. He still rotates with Davis Mills' first team. We don't know when. I'm guessing Mills will start the first preseason game a week from today at New England, and then Stroud will start the next one here against Miami. Just my guess.
So how is Mills looking? Is he looking like he's fighting for his job?
Well, he is fighting for his job. And the fact is, he's not going to be the starting quarterback. We all know it. When they go to 11-on-11, it just seems like Stroud throws a better ball. He's more accurate. You know, it's all about decision-making, being able to adjust on the fly, and fitting the ball into the proverbial tight window without throwing an interception. But you don't want it forced, and that's a fine line. When C.J. Stroud was at Ohio State, he had wide receivers running open all the time because they were so talented. And now he's not loaded with talented wide receivers, and they don't run open all the time.
John McClain joining us here on the Blitz talking Texans football. And it is obvious with a guy like C.J. Stroud, all the questions being about the offense. But DeMeco Ryans is a defensive guy, and he made his bones in the coaching world as a coordinator, that great defense there in San Francisco. How is that Texans defense looking?
It's ahead of the offense. The defense is new. It's not as complicated as the offense is. They don't change a lot of schemes. One of the things they do, they'll play more man coverage than they did with Lovie Smith. Means Derek Stingley Jr., who's looked really good. He can cover receiver all over the field, man, and not have to worry about zone. And then this was interesting about DeMeco talking about Will Anderson Jr. I've got columns up on sportsradio610.com on Stroud and Anderson and Verlander trade. I'm about to write one about the Astros and the Yankees because people are so excited about the Astros after the trade and the no-hitter. But the defensive players, he said, we don't want to make Will Anderson Jr. do a lot of thinking. We want, when the ball's snapped, him get the ball. And Jonathan Grenard is in the last year of his contract. Defensive end has been hurt a lot. He said the same thing. They want those pass rushers to get the ball, hopefully with four guys, and then everybody else can cover. That's the way they were doing it with the 49ers, because as you guys know, 49ers have all their number ones in their defensive line. They don't have a number one in their back seven. And so they believe in talents up front. That's why next year their biggest need will probably be a receiver, but there's a good chance they're going to need another defensive lineman. pass rush or tackle. So the linebackers look good. Henry To'oto'o, rookie from Alabama, he's working his way into the starting lineup next to Christian Harris, second-year outside linebacker from Alabama. And the secondary looks really good with Derek Stingley Jr., Steven Nelson, Javier Thomas, Desmond King at corner, and Jimmy Ward and Jalen Petrie at safety. But their secondary is pretty good last year, but they got to get a better pass rush to make them look even better.
John, I got to ask you, with D'Amico Ryans there, what are some of the biggest differences that you've seen the way he runs a camp? I mean, is he media friendly? Is it a lot different than it has been?
He walks around a lot into the different factions of the team, coaching the defense. And off season, he spent a lot of time with the offense, and his good friend Bobby Slowick, the coordinator and play caller, came with him from the 49ers. And he also spends time with the special teams coordinator, Frank Ross. Texas had the best special teams in the NFL last year, but nobody paid any attention because they only won 3 games. So he gets around a lot. He's really good with the media. I watch him talk to the players a lot during breaks. Go if they're working on linemen, he'll go talk to the secondary, or he'll stand in the backfield. And the players respect the heck out of him because of who he is, what he accomplished as a player, and, of course, as a coordinator with the 49ers. He'll make the calls. He did a great job in his 2 years making calls for the 49ers when he replaced Robert Saleh, went to the Jets. So it makes sense for him to do it a third year, even though he is the head coach. So people haven't seen anything that disappoints about D'Amico, but they haven't started playing yet.
The great John McClain sweating down in Houston when an AC spot is available to him because, you know, John likes to sweat in places.
He's a real man.
Yeah. John, enjoy the rest of camp, man. We'll talk to you next week. We'll be back in 115-degree heat.
You guys be really careful not to get too cold because we don't want you to get a cold or the flu or, at worst, pneumonia. That would be terrible. So wrap up really tight.
Thank you for the concern. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
John McClain, the grandfatherly advice.
That was very nice. And I have a hard time believing John McClain didn't know that there was a tent that was air conditioned that he could go inside. Love that guy.
He's a smart man, but chooses not to.
Yes.
I'm starting to question everything I believe
exactly right.
about the great John McClain as he joins us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. They are online at buyersbarricades.com. You go from the general to QB1. Dak Prescott joins us on the Blitz next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
Friday on R&R in the morning, we listen to what Dak Prescott had to tell the Blitz. Also, we recap what we saw in practice from Thursday, and we wrap up our trip to Oxnard. Last day on the tennis court, Dak Prescott. We'll see if we can wipe that lipstick that Jason Minnick's left off of Dak's cheek. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney and owner of the Thompson Law Firm right here in San Antonio. In the short amount of time I have to talk to you, I want you to remember 2 things. First, if you or a family member is injured in an auto collision, remember, you need to call an attorney as soon as you can after the collision. I don't have enough time to tell you the many, many reasons why, but trust me, the earlier you contact an attorney, the better. Second, when you call is as important as who you call. I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've been representing people injured in motor vehicle and trucking collisions for 28 years. Each place their trust in me to do everything it takes to attain a just and fair recovery and to get honest, trustworthy legal advice. You can trust me to do the same for you. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400 or at my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hey, it's me, Ruthie from Total Wine & More. You know how stores have been raising their prices lately? Well, lean into your speaker a little closer because I've got a big secret to share. Total Wine is actually lowering our prices on hundreds of wines. I know, right? And even better, our new lower prices on hundreds of wines are here to stay. But listen, don't thank me. At Total Wine, we love helping our customers save big. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly, be 21.
This could be the start of a break-in.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Or the end of one. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. Might deliver a lot of hay. ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions on limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
All guests appearing on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star appear on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, now joined by the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Dak, let's put this microphone down like that there, and turn it there and turn
Look at that.
on.
It's amazing when things work.
You do everything around here. I figured you were doing all that by yourself. I mean, you've done it enough. Yeah. All right. Okay. The elephant in the room. I saw the video the other day and went, yeah. And now it's a national story. You told us last year you're one of the best trash talkers on this team. It's a non-story, right?
It's 1,000% not a story at all. As I said before, I'm just glad they didn't get everything that's always said and talked about because just to me it's a sign of not a lot of people have been in heated competing moments, and that's all that is. That's a brother right there. It's a guy that I see as a little brother. We have real life conversations. So when you're on the field, nothing really matters. Those are words, and those are guys holding each other accountable to wanting to be great.
Dak, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And with that, as well as anybody, comes either criticism or a lot of love. I'm watching TV this morning, and half of all those national sports shows are about you and the Dallas Cowboys. Is that tough to get used to, or do you just try to tune that out?
Yeah, I don't watch TV for one, so I couldn't have told you that. It doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, but when you've been the quarterback for this team for 8 years, you understand that anything you do, anything that you say is always going to be a headline, or is going to be something for some people to talk about and to create an opinion about. So it's part of it. Words don't hurt me, never really have. I know who I am. I know who this team is. I know what I strive to be each and every day. And
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. You look at this team as we're, another new year. Stephen Jones told us when he was on the show a couple of days ago, this might be the most complete roster that this team, the Cowboys, have brought to training camp in a number of years. Do you kind of feel that?
Yeah, I agree, especially just in my time. I mean, understanding the defense that we have, the depth on defense that we have, and it's now being a part of this offense, all the playmakers that we have. It's truly going out there. It's an iron sharpened iron environment. It is a game like rep each and every play, and it's special. People are getting better, and we have a lot of good players who are holding themselves accountable to learning this system and to making sure that they're not the guy that's left behind. And I think when you have that, that's just a level that allows everybody to push the competition and to get better.
You say learning the system. Obviously, the big news in the offseason, Mike McCarthy's taking over the play calling, and there's some new things here. How much different, without giving anything away, obviously,
give it all away.
How much different is it going to be, Dak?
It's going to be a little different. I just think in the way that he calls the play is plays are a little bit more aggressive in a sense, but that you might not see it because he's calling them. But we've also communicated so well that, hey, make sure that's the right look. Make sure this is exactly what we want. I've got a few plays always in my back pocket to get to if I'm not comfortable what's being called against this defense. But we've got so many playmakers. I think you're going to see the ball coming out of my hand faster. Two guys like CD, Tony Pollard, Deuce, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, these young tight ends, and it's a special group that we have, and all of them are hungry to get the ball, and all of them are hungry to make plays.
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz, here at training camp since the pads have gone on, which, 3 practices. But when a play hasn't been there, in years past, you start over or move on to the next one. This year, it seems like you're scrambling more. Will that be a part of the offense during the regular season?
Yeah, I think so. I think that just comes from getting healthy, understanding and feeling healthy, understanding the look that's behind the secondary, right? Or the look that is behind the D-line, and knowing that, hey, if the look's not there, well, these guys are in man-to-man, these guys are in two-man, you know what I mean? This zone is flooded out to go get it, and a lot of it is paying attention to the situations, the down and distance. And so, as I said, we're already practicing game like reps, and hey, this is third down, we can go for it. So everything matters, and I'm just trying to put myself in a game like environment every time that I'm taking a snap.
Dak, as a quarterback, I'm sure you have to have a short memory.
Yeah, very.
Because plays or throws can go bad, things like that can happen. I don't want to talk about last year, but you've already said you're going to have less interceptions this year. Is that going to take away from your aggressiveness, trying to throw guys open or fit a ball into a tight squeeze?
What happened last year? I'm just kidding.
No, that was a great answer.
It's about the details, and understand. And our receivers have all got on. There's a credit to Coach McCarthy and Brian Schottenheimer, and just in the way that they've installed this offense, installed their system, is making sure everybody knows the purpose of a play. Everybody understands where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to get the ball, and if they get the ball. Then at times, if they don't, the scrambles that can come behind them. So, I don't. You never expect to do what what happened last year, and I understand that we're a much better team where we've got more weapons and we're just much better detailed in just the way that we're going to go about this game that I don't even care to say the word anymore, and just trying to get better. As I said, play each rep like it's a game and just continue to get better.
You know, a lot of talk, and not that we want to just keep going back to last year, but
yeah.
You know, you look at the number, and then there's, you know, well, that one wasn't his fault. That one wasn't his fault. That one wasn't his fault. Tipped or wrong route or whatever. You guys are the only ones that know.
Yeah.
Right. Will you tell us how many were actually on you versus just the game of football?
Yeah. At this point, I don't even know the number. What was the number that I had? Honestly, I don't like.
Nobody's
15.
gonna remind 15.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you, but every interception has its own story. And yeah. I mean, there's damn sure a few that weren't great decisions, and there's a few that got away from me. And then there was a few that, hey, maybe they got away from me with the wrong route, right? But when you play this position, when you sign up in Pee Wee football and you want to be a quarterback until you play in the NFL, you've got to understand with all the job responsibilities and what that comes with, and that comes with taking that. You know what I mean? I'll take that patch and I'll wear that patch and understand that all those were my interceptions. They left my hand. I'm accounted for them, and that's how it is. And so when you play this position, you get the blame put on you sometimes, but a lot of times you get the credit that you don't deserve as well. And so that's part of
and we're in season. Jason and I have been talking about this today. How do we define a successful season for the Dallas Cowboys? 12-5 the last 2 years. How does Dak Prescott define a successful season?
Yeah, honestly, Super Bowl. I've had a lot of wins in my career, a lot of winning seasons, and at this point, going into year 8, playing for this organization, it was that way in year 1, and I don't think the expectations have yet changed. It's to win the Super Bowl, and it's well overdue in this organization, and it's something that I want to get done in my career, and not just one. And but you've got to start with that. So it's about building on these past 2 years of 12-win seasons, making it to the playoffs, but winning. And once we get there, and winning the whole thing.
Dak Prescott joining us here on the Blitz as we wrap up the important question. You know, during the year, Mike McCarthy is on our morning show with Rob Thompson and Rudy J, the guy over there in that pony jacket that was cool in 1984.
I like it.
They send them they send them breakfast tacos. And
is that who that comes from?
That's coming from us, right? And so, what is the preferred breakfast taco of Dak Prescott?
Sausage, bacon, and eggs with the hash browns in it.
Nice.
And the sauce on the side. So y'all do send the sauces. So,
so I mean, you're happy with that, because I know. I mean,
that's not an every week thing.
Well, you have to win.
There's a trend.
It's only after a win.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we've had a lot of wins these past seasons. So I haven't paid attention to the trends.
McCarthy hasn't been sharing enough, but like
he's been sharing them.
Ben DiNucci's like, hey, can you send some of these, or can you send some of those a couple of years ago? And then he's the one that realized you guys only seem to send them after a win.
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah.
So there is the specific breakfast taco that's going to be yours when they make the quarterback room.
That's perfect. I can't wait to get them every week.
Awesome.
Every week.
Awesome.
Undefeated.
Dak Prescott here on the Blitz, man. Good luck this season. Appreciate you stopping by.
You. Dak, thanks.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, I want to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. You know, that sun that you guys are dealing with there in San Antonio, it's pounding down your roof, and it can cause some damage. You got to be careful, just like a hailstorm or a windstorm or whatever. And if you got to get a new roof or a repair for your roof, you want to deal with a local company, one with years of experience. You want to work with a company whose people live in our area and deal with the same weather we do. That is Stevens Roofing. Buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. You know, the pros at Stevens Roofing can repair and install all kinds of roofs. They do everything from metal roofs to commercial projects, and they'll work with your insurance company. Takes it right off your plate. Give it to Stevens Roofing. Let them deal with it. Give them a call, 210-785-0994. They'll send somebody out. They'll check for any damage, and they'll give you an honest assessment. Whether it's a simple leak or an entire roof replacement, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer, here for you rain or shine, and here for you for years to come. You can get them online at stevensroofing.net, but don't forget, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your new home for Monday Night Football this fall. But That's not all. How about Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Saturdays in December, the playoffs, and Super Bowl 58 in Vegas?
How about that, Cowboys?
We get things warmed up with the Hall of Fame game, the Jets and Browns, live from Canton, Ohio, tonight at 6:30. When we say San Antonio's home for the NFL is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, we don't go around.
Tonight, I've got a bonfire at the lake with friends. First, I need a spritz of my off clean feel. My summer style is all about fun and not about... I don't need mosquito bite red clashing with this crochet top. It's purple, it's bright. I could definitely pair it with my amethyst eyeshadow palette. The best part is, ugly mosquitoes won't be messing with my fiery vibes. With Off Clean Feel, I've got 8 hours of not sticky, fragrance-free protection. Get your pre-party protection on with Off Clean Feel. SC Johnson, a family company.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. You know, changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP extended life oil filter for only $35.99. Get started on your next job today with the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're headed to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. Been a rideshare driver.
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GEAR for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GEAR for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GEAR.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Moments like seeing my son's team cheer him on mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagel here. I want to tell you about a company that I know a lot about. At least I know a lot about the folks that own it. It's called Woods Comfort Systems. These are good folks, and I tell you what, they've been in business a long time. They know what they're doing, and they are going to treat you right. I've known the Woods family, well, most of my life. I grew up with the Woods family back in my hometown of Alice, Texas. And Woods Comfort Systems right now has a great deal for you. If you've been looking for a new energy-efficient AC system for your home, well, today is the right day to do that. Right now at Woods Comfort Systems, you can take advantage of up to $2,500 in rebates, a free 12-year parts and labor warranty, and you get a free Solaris indoor air quality package to boot. Take advantage of these special offers. Give them a call, 877-324-6902, or get them online at woodscomfortsystems.com. Woods Comfort Systems. Comfort is their middle name. License number 16934C.
You can host the best backyard barbecue when you find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
The Jim Rome Show returns to the Military City.
Hey, listen, I get it. That is not an easy game. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on there.
The Jim Rome Show debuts Monday, August 14th at 12 noon on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage continues here. Brought to you in part by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds and Texas Cheer Liquor. That is Thursday. You know what we do. This is one of Joe's favorite things to do every week.
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
I like to judge your meat.
It kind of chokes you up, doesn't it?
It does.
I won't ask what's in your throat.
You won't?
No.
I already judged the meat.
Yeah.
So it can't be that.
Jeremy did a whole hog. And we debated this because Joe Reinagel is not a fan of the whole hog.
I'm sure that was delicious. But I don't want to see the whole hog laying out there like that.
You just go by and pick out what you want.
Well, I know, but can I have somebody like cut that thing up and just put it in a?
I mean, you can, but if you've ever done somebody like I did a whole hog barbecue once down at Pinkerton's, and Grant Pinkerton had it out there.
Yeah,
and that, I mean, it's basically pulled pork at that point, but it was good.
Yeah,
you just
got to just reach in and grab some.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got tonsils. I mean, like Tim Spence would just stick his hand in there and pull out the meat, but I mean, everybody else would use some sort of tonsils or something.
All right, well, great job. Good for you.
What the hell are tonsils? Tongs?
Tongs?
Yeah.
Great job by you, but I just put it on a plate for me.
Joe likes to be served.
Yes, I do.
Congratulations, man. You win yourself a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market's Heebner location. If you're doing any grilling this weekend, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com.
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
And it is time to let you know what's on tap for the weekend. Brought to you by our friends at Sam's Burger Joint. Get your tickets, see their menu, their whole calendar online at samsburgerjoint.com. Tonight, they've got a band called 100 Smokes out there. Tomorrow night, some really good friends of mine are playing. I'm bummed that I'm not in San Antonio for this show. Kingdom Collapse. They're playing, headlining a show. It's a full day of music there at Sam's, a full night. Kingdom Collapse, great local band that's on the rise. Go check them out tomorrow out at Sam's Burger Joint. On Saturday night, the Dan Torpedoes. Oh, there you go, Pledge. Yeah, that's the new song from Kingdom Collapse.
That's a good song.
Just released. Yeah. If you watch the video, I'm in it. You got to look closely. Right around the 3-minute mark, you'll see me and my wife. But I mean, very, very closely, you could see this.
And just remember that we're going to be using them and some special programming on the radio station, too.
We are?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah, they're really good friends, really good people. That's going to be a great show tomorrow night, Kingdom Collapse.
If you can't make it out to Sam's Burger Joint tonight, you want to go to the Aztec Theater, Thunder from Down Under. Isn't that a male strip thing? I mean, seriously.
That's why Pledge put it on there. That's why Pledge is wearing a sleeveless hoodie. He is dressed to leave the studio and get straight to the Aztec.
Have fun, Pledge.
Friday,
Go ahead.
Friday night out at the Aztec Theater, the Yacht Rock Review. One Night Queen from is at the Tobin Center. Them Dirty Roses at Green Hall. The Moody Amphitheater has Dominic Fike. And, of course, you've got the PFL MMA playoff, Bubba Badman Jenkins, headlining the card tomorrow night out at the Techport Center.
Love that. Bubba Badman Jenkins. All right, Floors Country Store Saturday night. Max Stalling is out there. Moody Center has Thomas Rhett and Cole Swindell. It's the home team tour of 2023. That ought to be a lot of fun. Green Hall, Bob Schneider says it's sold out, but nothing's sold out ever, right? And then Passing Strangers at Krause's Cafe and Beer Garden.
On Sunday, Ryan Coolwell is at the Redbird Listening Room. The Rustic.
Where's that?
I don't know. The Rustic, and you can't be confused by this when you read it. Steven Nix.
Not Stevie.
Steven with a V, not PH.
I wonder if they're related.
I doubt it. I doubt it, because Stevie, when she's playing recently, is hanging out with Billy Joel. I was supposed to see that show in April in Dallas.
Got sick, right?
Somebody got sick. Scheduled it for like a year and a half from now. I hope she makes it.
Well, that's two for you now that have had to be rescheduled. One because of illness, one because of heat.
That is correct.
Wow.
It happens. I mean,
guess.
Illness, I can understand. Heat, like we went to go see Disturbed in Phoenix, and it was too damn hot. Now, granted, it was 118 degrees. And then I'm wondering about the Disturbed because they said their equipment wouldn't work in that temperature. What's on Tap brought to you by samsburgerjoint.com. So a couple days later, they played in Houston, and they have so much fire as a part of their show down at the Cynthia Woods Amphitheater in Houston.
Right.
Set off the sprinkler system. There is a rain shower in the middle of their pyro show for Disturbed.
Well, that ought to be pretty. I'd like to see that.
Well,
it's got to be pretty good.
Disturbed or the rain shower? I mean,
well,
you'd realize you've got a lot of fire, and I know they have a lot of fire. It's 118 degrees. Do you have to light the torch, or can I watch Disturbed without fire? I would have rather them said, you know what, there won't be fire tonight, but there will be a concert.
Well, look, you got to have the pyro. It goes with it.
There's plenty of other things being lit up at that concert.
Well, sure.
So I think we could have lived a little bit if that was the case. They maybe, and I don't know if it was the pyro or other kind of stuff, but when I saw that their pyro effect set off the fire sprinklers in Houston, yeah,
great show.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that pyro show.
You want to see fire? Go see Rammstein.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
That's a show.
Isn't that a long show, though?
It is, and it's all in German, but it doesn't matter because it's all fire.
That's all it is.
It's fun, though. We saw him in the Alamo Dome not long ago. Well, you didn't go.
I didn't.
It was too rocky for you.
No,
Mr. Tinnick and I went.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. All right, we're out. Pledge is going to take us home with whatever we're calling the extra 30 minutes of the Blitz overtime, extra innings overtime, extra overtime. What are you calling it today?
I'm calling it Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott.
Good.
Nice.
Replay the interviews from R&R in the morning and the Blitz. Have a good night, everybody.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Follow Jason at Jason Menace and Joe Reinagle at Joe Reinagle 210 on YouTube.